Okay guys, so it's time for another devlog. I've actually rebuilt the entire project from scratch. I built some building blockouts, there's some brand new robbery systems, and I came up with a name for the game. Welcome to Justice County Roleplay. Okay, so without boring you with the details of why I've rebuilt the game, there's many reasons, but let me show you what I've done so far. So pretty much, I've actually built some custom blockouts. So there's now a police station. So I'll run into here. We've actually got a lobby here. So the way it works now is like jobs like police job, even a trucker job or any other type of job, there's going to be lockers that you can actually come up to, and that's where you're going to be able to clock on and off sort of thing. So I'll clock on. So now I'm actually clocked on as a police officer. So now I'm sort of able to access all the police stuff like that. So I can access the cells, and there's also a police armory where I can access a loadout, and that's pretty much. Let me clock off just so I can show you the robbery system in a sec. But as you can see, these blockouts are pretty basic, but they look pretty decent. Our new 3D model is actually working on much more detailed building blockouts. So I just threw these blockouts together just so I had somewhere to start building some game mechanics. But as you can see, we had the store before, but the store looks a lot better, and we've actually got an NPC. The NPCs have skins now. This guy can be robbed at gunpoint, as you can see from the last or the last devlog, I should say. But there's a new robbery system, which is a safe cracking system, and also a bank vault hacking system. So let's jump straight into that. Okay, so there's now a safe cracking system. So pretty much what you're going to need is a screwdriver and obviously some bobby pins to be able to crack safes at the back of convenience stores. But what you've got to do is you pretty much got to come here and start picking the lock. And obviously, as you've seen from before, it was, or in some of the videos if you've been watching it, um, you actually got to pick a lock pretty much like Fallout style. And the pins actually break if you sort of hold it long enough and you don't get the right angle. But what you got to pretty much do is just wait until you load up the cache. So now I've loaded up the cache and I've pretty much got to evade arrest now for 5 minutes to be able to pocket the money. Okay, so the bank vault hacking is a little bit more complex. What you got to do is you got to come up to this bank teller and hold him up by gunpoint, and he'll actually press a button underneath the table, just like that. And now he's given me access to the security door, and I can get through here and actually access the bank vault. So what you got to do is you got to come up to this keypad, and you actually need a laptop in your inventory to be able to hack the vault. So what you got to do is you got to try and choose the correct number in each sort of digit. But the way I've worked out the best way to do it is to just go like this and go 1 through to 4 sort of thing, and you get lucky like that. So once you get inside the vault, what you've got to do is you've actually got to come up to this pile of cash and start loading the cash. And just like the safe cracking system, you're actually loading the money into a backpack right now. So we'll wait for that. Okay, so as you can see, I loaded the money into the backpack. So now what I've got to do is I've actually got to evade arrest for 5 minutes to be able to pocket the money. Okay, so another thing I've added is actually a banking system. So you can either go to these ATMs, which are pretty much scattered around everywhere. There's one in the store, and they can sort of be placed anywhere as well. But there's also, the bank branch. So you can pretty much do the basic stuff like deposit, withdraw, transfer. You can't currently right now, obviously, because I haven't quite built that part of the system yet. I'll be doing that once we go into closed beta and we've actually got and able to test to be able to send money to another player. But that's pretty much sending money to another player, and you can pretty much pay off your debt, which is linked to your loan. So you can actually get loans. So there's a budget loan, and what you actually need is 12.5% of what you're trying to loan as a deposit. So you'll pay that much as a deposit, and then you'll end up, pretty much paying your interest off straight away, and then you'll owe pretty much what you loan, pretty much. So the interest is 12.5%. So say you want $100,000 loan, you're going to need 12,500. either in your bank funds or on your pocket. So that's sort of like a credit check sort of thing. But and debt is obviously to be able to pay back any debt that you have once you accumulate it. And obviously you can't get another loan until you pay your debt back. Okay, so we've got a main menu system now. So when you first join, you'll be prompted to select a name for your character. So I'll put in my name, and obviously you can either choose male or female. Depending on your gender, it'll depend on what type of skin you'll start with. But I'll start as a male, and we've actually got as you can see up here. It's actually powered by Steam, so it's connected to your Steam name sort of thing. But we've got like settings here. We've got some general graphic settings here, but we've also got join solo and join server. I haven't actually built the server logic in yet, but we can actually join the game solo. Okay, so some of the future plans is a drug dealing system, specifically a weed system. So the way I plan to do it is, as you can see on screen now, that's a seed throwing animation. So I'm going to make it so there's a drug dealer NPC that you can actually see, which will be at sort of like random locations, like a trap house, even potentially in alleyways and stuff like that. And you actually got to go to the drug dealer, and you can either sell him pounds of weed or buy seeds. So the way the process works is you're actually going to have to buy seeds and then go to a random location that's obviously grass, and where and try and hide it away from other players, and drop some seeds, and the seeds will actually grow on the grass, and there's going to be stages. So there's going to be like a dirt pile. Once you throw the seed down, there's going to be a dirt pile, and then that dirt pile will grow into a pot plant. And there's two stages. There's going to be like a baby pot plant and then a fully grown pot plant, and depending on how much they've grown, depends on how many pounds you'll actually get out of the plant. And there's also going to be like a feature where the plants actually die over time. So there's also going to be like a dead plant model. So once the plants start to die, you won't be able to get as much pounds out of the plant. So you've actually got to sort of try and time it so you actually harvest them at the right time to get the most amount of pounds. And then what you've got to do is process the pounds and actually go back to the drug dealer and then sell him the pounds. And that's sort of how you can make money with drug dealing. Another thing I plan to add is a new robbery system. So there's going to be a jewelry heist system where you're going to have to go to a jewelry store and smash the cabinets and gather some jewelry, and then you're going to actually take it to like an NPC black market sort of dealer sort of thing, and that's where you're going to be able to sell the jewelry to. And I'm thinking about making it so there's clean money and dirty money. So when you actually do robberies and sell jewelry, unload jewelry, and all that type of stuff, I'm thinking about that becoming dirty money, and to like the way you can turn dirty money into sort of real money that you can actually buy legitimate things with is like money laundering processes. So I haven't got any ideas of how the money laundering is going to work. If you've got any ideas, let me know in the comments. But that's another idea I have for version 1.3. But if you've got any ideas, guys, let me know in the comments. But that's probably where I'm going to leave this devlog. If you're wondering what this game is, this is the third devlog. You can go check out the first and second one, or you can check out all the random videos I post. I'll also do UE5 game dev streams where I pretty much develop this game live on stream. So if you're interested in that, go check out that.